Paul Gardner. Alan's story begins far from the gleaming towers of Silicon Valley. He was born in Seattle, Washington in 1953, a city known more for its rain and evergreen forests than technological innovation. But even in these early years, Alan displayed a relentless curiosity that hinted at the groundbreaking future ahead. He was a voracious reader, devouring books on science fiction, history, and technology. His mind, it seemed, was constantly seeking new information, new challenges, new worlds to explore. Alan's parents, both educators, recognized and nurtured this innate curiosity. They provided him with books, educational toys, and opportunities to learn and grow. Alan's father, a librarian, instilled in him a deep love for knowledge. His mother, a teacher, encouraged his inquisitive nature. This supportive environment allowed Alan to flourish, his mind becoming a fertile ground where the seeds of innovation would soon be sown. Even as a young boy, Alan possessed an uncanny ability to tinker and build. He was fascinated by electronics and would spend hours disassembling and reassembling radios and other gadgets. His bedroom became a laboratory of sorts, filled with wires, transistors, and the intoxicating aroma of soldering flux. This hands-on approach to learning, this desire to understand how things worked, would become a defining characteristic of Alan's journey. While attending Lakeside School, a private institution in Seattle, Alan's passion for technology truly ignited. It was here that he discovered the magic of computers, these room-sized behemoths that held the promise of unlocking extraordinary possibilities. He spent countless hours in the school's rudimentary computer lab, his fingers dancing across the keyboard, his mind racing with ideas. It was a time of exploration, of pushing boundaries, of realizing that technology could be a powerful tool for shaping the future. At Lakeside, fate intervened in the form of a lanky, energetic student 2 years Alan's junior, Bill Gates. Drawn together by their shared passion for computers, Alan and Gates formed a bond that transcended mere friendship. It was a meeting of minds destined to reshape the technological landscape. The two spent countless hours hunched over keyboards, collaborating on programming projects, their competitive spirits driving them to push the boundaries of what was possible. The school's computer, a clunky teletype Model 33, became their shared obsession. Alan, with his more introspective nature and technical prowess, provided the engineering ingenuity. Gates, a whirlwind of energy and ambition, brought his sharp intellect and a keen business sense to their partnership. Together, they formed a formidable team, their complementary skills laying the foundation for a revolution. One of their early collaborations involved developing a program to process school payrolls. It was a project that showcased their raw talent and entrepreneurial spirit, earning them a tidy sum while demonstrating the real-world applications of their burgeoning skills. The experience solidified their belief in the transformative power of software and fueled their ambition to make computers accessible to everyone. But their ambitions extended far beyond the confines of Lakeside. The world, they believed, was on the cusp of a technological revolution, and they were determined to be at the forefront. Fueled by this shared vision, Alan and Gates spent their evenings and weekends immersed in the burgeoning world of personal computing, their minds abuzz with ideas that would soon change the world. The year 1975 marked a pivotal turning point in Alan and Gates's lives. The January issue of Popular Electronics featured a device that would ignite their imaginations and set in motion a chain of events that would alter the course of technological history, the Altair 8800. This rudimentary microcomputer assembled from a kit was crude by today's standards, but to Alan and Gates, it represented the dawn of a new era. Recognizing the Altair's potential to bring personal computing to the masses, Alan convinced Gates that this was their moment. They had to act fast to seize the opportunity before anyone else grasped its significance. With characteristic zeal, they contacted the Altair's creators, MITS, claiming to have developed a basic interpreter for the machine, a programming language that would make it accessible to a wider audience. There was just one problem. They didn't actually have a working interpreter yet. Undeterred, Alan and Gates embarked on a furious race against time. Working day and night, fueled by coffee and sheer determination, they toiled away in a rented apartment, their fingers flying across the keyboard, their minds consumed by lines of code. Weeks later, after a marathon coding session, they had their interpreter. Alan flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where MITS was headquartered, to demonstrate their creation. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, he loaded the program into the Altair. The machine whirred to life, the basic interpreter functioning flawlessly. It was a moment of triumph, a validation of their talent, and the catalyst for a revolution that would transform the world. Microsoft, a name contracted from microcomputer and software, was born. The success of the basic interpreter for the Altair 8800 was just the beginning. Word spread quickly through the nascent personal computing community, and soon, orders for Microsoft's software began pouring in. Operating from a nondescript office park in Albuquerque, Allen and Gates found themselves at the helm of a rapidly growing enterprise. They had tapped into a demand they could barely have imagined, and the world was taking notice. As the personal computer market exploded in the late 1970s and early 1980s, so too did Microsoft's fortunes. Allen's technical brilliance and Gates' business acumen proved to be a potent combination. They assembled a team of brilliant programmers and engineers, all driven by a shared passion for innovation and a belief that they were shaping the future. The long hours, the intense pressure, the sleepless nights, it was all part of the exhilarating ride. A pivotal moment arrived in 1981 when IBM, then the dominant force in the computing industry, chose Microsoft to supply the operating system for its new personal computer. The MS-DOS operating system, licensed from a small company called Seattle Computer Products and adapted by Microsoft, would become the foundation for an empire. Virtually overnight, Microsoft transformed from a scrappy startup into a major player in the technology industry. Throughout the 1980s, Microsoft's dominance continued to grow. The company's software, including MS-DOS and the revolutionary Windows operating system, became ubiquitous, powering millions of personal computers worldwide. Allen and Gates had achieved their dream. They had made computers accessible to everyone, democratizing technology and ushering in the information age.